Today on Gary's Review, I'm joined by my good friend and Mission Impossible lover, Mitch Rue. And if you're wondering why he's holding a guitar, well, like Tom Cruise, we do our own stunts.
Mission Impossible Followed is the next chapter in the franchise, but most importantly, it is the next chapter for Ethan Hunt. Written and directed by Christopher McQuarrie, this is the first time a director has come back in the franchise.
McQuarrie is known for writing The Usual Suspects, as well as some Tom Cruise blockbusters like Valkyrie, The Edge of Tomorrow. He's had a few misses for sure, but it seems like with Mission Impossible, he's really honed his directing skills, as well as his writing skills.
All of the Mission Impossible movies have a unique quality, with having different directors. The first one being almost more indie feeling, then we move on to the second Mission Impossible, which is more blockbuster, over-the-top, crazy explosions, things going on like that. Then we get into the third, which is a little more produced, a little more intricate. The fourth one, a lot more intricate. The fifth one, and then now the sixth one, which is just absolutely mind-boggling how they throw it all together. The fifth and sixth movies especially feel much more intricate than the ones before them. McQuarrie likes to delve into Ethan Hunt and who he is and what he lives for, what he believes in, and it very much feels like this movie is kind of giving us the side that we haven't seen in the previous films.
Yeah, I totally agree. I feel like McQuarrie brings an almost intricacy to his directing style. It's like he's really getting good at it, so he's doing more with it. This movie felt bigger than any other Mission Impossible movie, but it felt like he had total control at the same time. And I'm for sure happy that the movie was made as a follow-up to the last movie being also directed and written by McQuarrie, but I'm really excited to see what the future of the franchise will bring. I know he's going to probably pick a different director and writer for the next one. Unless he doesn't, I'd still be really excited for that too. This guy knows what he's doing. That's kind of what Mission Impossible is all about. So I'm excited to see the next shift. Okay, let's talk about Tom.
Tom. This man is probably the number one actor in Hollywood for stunt work. Without getting too specific, in this film, Tom completely steps up his game. I mean, he's done, stunts in all of his movies, We've seen him do really cool things in movies like Edge of Tomorrow, Oblivion, Jack Reacher, and always in Mission Impossible. But then this one, it is a completely different game.
Totally. I feel like there's something cool always seeing someone doing something crazy, but when it's Tom Cruise and he's actually doing it because you find out a week later that he broke his ankle doing the stunt, I mean, that's nuts. I truly think the only thing more dedicated than Tom Cruise in this movie was Henry Cavill's mustache, obviously.
The locations used to film this movie are breathtaking. McQuarrie has just a stunning way of capturing the environment around him, and it was really breathtaking in this film.
I totally agree. Director of photography was Rob Hardy, who actually did Ex Machina and Annihilation, which I love both of those movies. Talked about Annihilation earlier this year. He knows what he's doing behind a camera. I feel like every movie in the franchise just continues to at least try upping the ante in production value, cinematography, editing, and this one definitely did succeed in that from 5, and 5 did from 4 in my opinion at least. Especially the writing, it felt more smart, twisty, it just felt bigger in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I think there was almost some subplot at some point. It felt like something was going on here while two things were going on over there, and then they found a way to tie them all together. And I mean, I feel like a few people will leave this movie confused, but half of those people won't have seen the previous film, so they won't be able to tie everything together. And then the other half will just need to see it a second time. And we saw it a second time, and it was only better the second time.
It's interesting when you actually watch a Mission Impossible movie. They're usually a lot simpler than if you were to describe it to someone, but this movie wasn't as simple as other ones. So if I were to describe it to you, it's about that. Yeah.
It would take a little longer to describe it. The first one would be they have to sneak in and steal. But this one
ups the ante.
Yeah.
It's cool, and it's something that Mission Impossible could utilize, and they did finally. The franchise really reached far, and it did grasp, man. It was good.
And it's complicated too. It tests Ethan Hunt's character and the decisions he has to make throughout it, and it's very... It delves a lot deeper than the previous films.
Yeah, it's not just action, it's action with emotion.
Not only do the Mission Impossible movies seem to up the ante in cinematography and production, but the music. is something that definitely needs to be discussed about this film. You know the theme song, and that motives of that reoccur throughout the film, but that's not only it. I mean, this is epic. Like, the film is epic, but the music together makes it epic.
Lorne Balfe was the composer for this soundtrack. He's not extremely well known. He did the Megamind soundtrack along with a few other blockbusters, but he definitely does a solid job. This is for sure my favorite of his work. I think I just preferred the music in Rogue Nation.
I think I'd have to say my favorite music is still the first one, though.
Fair enough. Mission Impossible Fallout is a movie and an action franchise that stars a man who does all of his own stunts, and it might just be the best one yet. I give Fallout a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I think that this Mission Impossible Fallout, outdoes all of its predecessors. It was absolutely fantastic. I saw it, twice in 3 days or whatever. We ended up seeing it. And I give Mission Impossible Fallout a 9.5 out of 10.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I know it's been a long time since I posted anything, and for that I do apologize. I'll explain in more detail in the next video. Should be coming within the next couple of days, and after that I should be a lot better about this. If I don't, feel free to angry comment under this, but either way, make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.